Very good evening, right? So in this video friends, first we will discuss about what is formula and how we frame and how we create a formula, right? First of all, what is formula? Friends, formula, it is the representation of, you can say, symbols, right? It shows the number of elements or the type of elements, right? So friends, first of all, like you can see that in the given picture I have various formula. For example, ammonium carbonate, sodium zincnate, potassium dichromate, calcium bicarbonate and magnesium nitrite. So friends, first of all, the basic thing which you should remember while creating any formula is that first of all you have to write the formula with the valencies. Then as you can see in the picture, I have written first the formula of ammonium, that is your NH4 1 plus. Then I have written the formula of carbonate, that is your CO3 2 minus. Then friends, what is our next formula? Next formula is to ignore plus and minus sign, right? Then we can interchange the valency and then we can write. See, always remember, if the symbol is already having a unit, for example 4, so if the valency will be interchanged, that symbol will come in bracket and valency will be written outside. As you can see in the given picture over here, when 2 comes from over here, the NH4 is written in bracket, 2 outside and CO3 as it is, right? Now let me highlight all these so that you can remember this whole structure from over here to over here. What is the important thing? First of all, write the valency, ignore plus and minus sign, interchange the valency. If the valency is having a unit, then route outside and then you can create a valency, right? Now let me go to the next frame. This is the next frame. Now let me zoom its size first. Yes. So friends, as you can see that over here I have mentioned the formula of sodium zincate. So friends, first of all, what is, we have to learn the symbol. First step, symbol is there, right? Sodium Na1 plus, zincate ZnO3 2 minus, right? Because the formula, because the valency of zincate is 2 minus. Then we have to ignore the plus and the minus sign, right? Sodium is 1 plus, zincate is ZnO2 2 minus. We have to ignore it. We have interchanged the valency and then we form the formula, that is Na2 ZnO2, right? So this is the formula. Now see, there is an error in this formula. What is the error? That over here it should not be 2, it should be 1, because 1 is coming, right? So these things you have to remember while creating any formula, that this will be 1, right? It will be 1. And let me mark it again over here. Then we interchange the valency formula. Now friends, potassium dichromate, right? Now the first of all we have to write the symbol of potassium, that is your K1 plus, then dichromate Cr2O7 2 minus, ignore plus and minus sign, create the formula, interchange, and you can see the formulas over here. What is the formula? K2Cr2O7, right? This is the formula. Now let me go to the next frame. Let me have some of the examples of the formula. Now see, calcium bicarbonate, friends. The formula of calcium is Ca2 plus, bicarbonated HCO3 1 minus. Always remember that while writing the formula of bicarbonate, that is this, don't write H2. If you will write H2, then it will become what? Carbonic acid it will become, right? So always write HCO3. See, whenever in the formula there is word bi, so it should be simply H. For example, bisulfate also, so it is HSO4, right? It is HSO4. So don't write 2 in front of the H, right? Then what we have to do, friends, simple formula, ignore plus and minus sign, interchange the valency. Now see, since HCO3 is already having a number that is 3, so when 2 will come over here, HCO3 will be written in bracket. HCO3 will be written in bracket and 2 will come outside of it, right? Now see, friends, magnesium nitride. Magnesium is having a formula that is Mg, sorry, its symbol. Nitride is N. So friend, never gets confused between nitride and nitrogen. Both of the symbol is same. Similarly, students get confused between bromine and bromide, chlorine and chloride. The symbols and the valency always remain same, just the name gets changed, right? Now see, magnesium is 2 plus, nitride is N3 minus. Ignore plus and minus signs, interchange the valency. So over here you can see that the valency is Mg3N2. Friends, now we will study about what? Reactants and products, right? So let me go to the next frame. Now see, friends, this is the reactant, this is the product. Now first of all we have to understand, friends, what is reactants, what is this products, because if we are not able to understand, then how we will create the formula or any other equation, right? So friends, what are reactants? Reactants are basically the substances that takes part in a chemical reaction, and products are the result which is formed after that chemical reaction. Reactants are always written to the left side and products to the right side, right? Now see, this is the table, the information provided for a chemical reaction, the limitations for a chemical reaction. First of all, you have the formulas of the symbols, right, or the reactants. Then physical state of matter, whether it is either solid, liquid, or whether it is either, friends, solid, liquid, or gases, right? Then friends, we have to mention some special conditions, for example, like your heat, catalyst, arrows and all. Then balanced equation. Friends, a balanced equation always shows the ratio of the reactants or the products produced, right? So this was all about them. This table is about information provided, right? Now I will tell you about limitations. So let me mark it with green. Limitations, first of all, you have to see the physical state of the reactants or the products, right? Then you have to mention some of the conditions that can be either your temperature, heat, pressure or catalyst, right? Then concentration of the dilute solids, right? It can be concentrated solids or dilute solids. The nature of the chemical reaction, friends, speed of the chemical reaction, heat of the chemical reaction. Now what does the complete equation reveal? A complete equation might or may not reveal about the reaction, right? It might or may not reveal about the completion of the reaction, right? Which an equation reveals. It might or may not. So friends, with this, now I will tell you about how to frame an equation, balance an equation, right? Let me zoom it. Now you can see that this is 2 KClO3 KCl plus 3O2. So friends, while creating first any equation, you should be thorough with your formulas, right? And about the reactants and the products. So KClO3 is potassium chlorate, right? It when you transfer it with some heat, it gives potassium chloride and oxygen. Now you can see I have written it as 3O2, right? And see, so first of all, while balancing any equation, you have to see the number of atoms. That is very simple. So this is only the main method. As you can see, let me erase it. Yes. So friends, as you can see that this is 3O2. So oxygen, so whenever we are writing 3O2, so if we will ask how many oxygen atoms, right? Oh, sorry, molecules, then you have to simply multiply 3 into 2. That is 6, right? Then over here, one potassium, one chlorine, oxygen is 6. So simply what will happen, that we will first write 2 over here. Now 2k is there, right? So over here also we will write 2, it will be 2, right? So from this you can see that the complete equation is revealed. Now I will take you to the next frame. Now these are the friends varied in common confusions, because we are also students, we are learning, so sometimes while creating or writing anything we get confused. Now HCl. Now students think that what for HCl? See friend, HCl is, you can write it as hydrogen chloride also and hydrochloric acid also, but both of them that depends upon the equation. Similarly, when I am writing CuCl, now see, copper is having a variable valence, it is +1 and 2 plus. So you can easily understand that when I am writing CuCl, so chlorine is always 1 plus, right? Chlorine is 1 minus, right? And since copper is 1 plus, so you can easily understand that the valency will be 1 only, so it will be copper 1 chloride. Similarly friends, now if you will see, it will be 2 over here, sorry. Now you will see that I have written 2 over here, right? Why I have written 2 over here, right? Because if copper valency is 2, right? If the valency of copper will be 2, then only it will get interchange, and in the chlorine it will come to, that is why it will be copper 2 chloride. Similarly in FeCl2, iron is also having a variable valency, that is your 2 plus and your 3 plus, right? So FeCl2, if I talk about, so as you can see that why it is 2, since it is having, iron is having variable valency 2 now, so it will come over here, so it is iron 2 chloride. Similarly friends, in iron 3 chloride, if I talk about, right, since iron is currently having the valency 3, it has come in chlorine, so it will be iron 3 chloride. So friends, with this we have completed the chapter language of chemistry. Study it well, be thorough with your reactions, symbols and formula, then only you can understand this chapter. With this we end our video. Thank you, have a nice day.